the MS community have identified myelin repair as one of the biggest unmet needs, as there's currently no effective treatments that allow remyelination. And so our ultimate goal is to develop treatments that will induce myelin repair. And one promising approach that we're working on is magnetic brain stimulation. So magnetic brain stimulation is a non-invasive way to change nerve cell activity. This involves holding a copper coil above a person's head, and this copper coil has an electric current running through it. This electric current then induces a magnetic field. Magnetic fields can pass painlessly through the scalp and skin and induce a mild electric current in the brain tissue underneath it. This electric current can then change the electrical signals that nerve cells use to communicate. Magnetic brain stimulation is not new. It was first used in 1985. Here are the people who invented it. They're also the first people who received magnetic brain stimulation because they tested it on themselves. I promise that his hair looks like that because it's 1985, not from the brain stimulation. Since then, there have been over 12,000 studies that use magnetic brain stimulation in people. And there are many different types of magnetic brain stimulation, and they're used for different purposes. So, a lot of them are used as a research method in healthy participants, and also to evaluate neurological function. Some of you may have even had this for this purpose, where we stimulate the part of the brain that controls the hand and measure how long it takes for that signal to actually reach the hand and make the muscle twitch. It's also used as a clinical treatment. It's been approved for treatment-resistant depression. There have also been many clinical trials for other neurological and psychiatric disorders since 1994. It's also been used to treat some specific MS symptoms, such as spasticity, pain, and fatigue. But this is the first time that we've looked at using it as a remyelination therapy. So how might this work? Well, when demyelination happens, then myelin is lost, and these immature cells, shown in red here, are able to respond. And this is where magnetic brain stimulation comes in. It changes the signals coming from the nerve cell that then makes it more likely that these immature cells will actually mature, survive, and create new myelin. As from our findings in our laboratory study that showed this. More of the immature cells survived and created myelin. At the moment, we're at phase 1 clinical trial for this, because this is the first time delivering this exact type of magnetic brain stimulation to people living with MBS. It's a low-intensity stimulation that's a little bit different from other types that have been applied, and it's also 20 sessions, which hasn't been used before. So in phase 1, we're focused on testing the tolerability in terms of whether people get any side effects. Most commonly, there are headaches and dizziness, and also feasibility in terms of whether people can actually attend 20 daily sessions that are going from Monday to Friday for 4 weeks, roughly 15 minutes per day, as well as attending an MRI before and after the 4 weeks, and surveys to assess symptom severity. We still need 20 more participants for this phase 1 trial. In future, then we hope to roll this out to a phase 2 trial, which will be mainly focused on testing the effectiveness at magnetic brain stimulation for myelin repair in people with MS. And this will be a much larger study with approximately 200 participants at 5 sites across Australia. And then, if magnetic brain stimulation proves to be an effective remyelination treatment, then we hope to develop an affordable and portable system that people could self-administer at home. And this would enable access to people in remote locations, as well as people who, don't want to take 15 minutes out of their day to have to travel to a clinic every day. And so this would be administered under the care of a neurologist. If you'd like to get more information about how you can get involved in this trial, then you can either talk to myself or Katie or Vincent. Tram couldn't be here today. Can I get Katie and Vincent to stand up and wave so that people know what you look like? Yep. And you can find them at trade table number 1. You can also refer to the flyer that's in your delegate pack, shown on the screen here as well. We have a great team of people working on this project. It's led by Bruce Taylor and Kaylin Young. And also special thanks to the Consumer and Community Reference Committee and all the participants who've been involved so far. That it wouldn't be possible to run this. And also thanks to project funding and the event for having us here. Are there any questions?
Thank you. It's actually not a question, but I'd just like to say that I've done this. I've actually completed it, and it was great. It was very easy. I was actually number 1 to do it. It was very easy. Once you get into the routine of doing it, it's completely painless. It's actually, it sort of tickles. It's like if you can imagine a cricket on your head. That's how it was described to me, and that's exactly what it's like. So it is very doable. There's parking underneath. It just becomes, I found it just sort of became part of my routine. I would organise appointments around it. They were very flexible with the time that I was able to go each day. So they would have preferred that I went in at the same time every day, but that didn't work with my schedule, and they were happy with that. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the month, they give you a voucher for $100, which was very nice. So anyway, so there you go. So I would certainly recommend it if you could do it. That's all right.
Great.